what's the difference between what we call an employment-based digital replica and an independently created digital replica? Now, you may wonder where does the distinction come from in the first place. Before we get to that, let's talk about what a digital replica is. A digital replica is the digital recreation of a real person. The word digital replica comes from what is used more commonly in the context of the creative industries involving professional talent, whether they're professional speakers, public figures, actors, athletes, musicians, dancers, stunt people, etc. Now, a digital replica often means the assets that recreates that person's likeness, physical or vocal, on screen using a digital tool. It can be AI, but it can be something else. There are other words to describe digital replicas. Some people call it digital double, digital twin, even some people call it deepfakes, but I don't often use that phrase because of the origins it comes from. Now, an employment-based replica is different from an independently created replica. And the distinction was introduced in 2023 in the AI deal struck between the US Actors Union SAG AFTRA and the Producers Alliance in the US AMPTP. And in that deal, there are various provisions that speak to AI use in production. One of them is about digital replica, where and how and under what conditions is it compliant with SAG-AFTRA rules to use AI to recreate an actor, a SAG member's likeness or a performance. And in those provisions, the deal makes a distinction between an employment-based replica and a replica that has been created independently, so to speak, from an employment or an engagement. The difference is the following one. An employment-based replica is a replica that has been created by the employer of the talent or the member in the context of a particular project. So the decision maker, the funder, and the sort of organizer of the digital replica is the employer, and that's an employment-based replica. And that is subject to the 2023 SAG and AMPTP agreement in theatre and television. Separate from that, in the same deal, there is also provided for the option of independently created replicas. Those would be replicas that have been created outside of an engagement of an actor for a particular project, a particular production or film. There are fewer of those, although that's a growing area of digital replica creation. And that's involved when often the performer, the talent, has taken it upon themselves to create their own digital replica and make that digital assets available to a producer, to a campaign, or to a particular project. So the decision maker, the driver, the funder of that digital replica is the talent or their team, and they're making that available to the asset. Often that is done in partnership with a tech company, a partnership with a digital agency, because it does take technical knowledge and skills and know-how in order to make that happen. Most actors' talent that I'm aware of do not have an independently created replica. In this scenario, the union and the alliance, SAG-AFTRA and AMPTP, have been trying to be forward-looking and future-proofing the deal by providing for both options. Employment-based replica, studio-created replica, production-funded replica are today the dominant model, but they are not the best model for the talent or the person involved in the digital replica. Why? Because they are not in control of that asset. They're not in control of who funds it, when it's created, why it's used, and when, unless it's really tightly wrapped up in a contract or covered by a union deal, as is the case for most, but not all, US performers. But the better, safer model that today we're not there yet, but we're going towards, is a model where each talent has their own digital replicas and lend it out to producers, engagers, brands, and so forth with a clear dashboard on usage, with transparency, with control and compensation that matches the market value that's being offered or delivered here. That second model is really new and burgeoning and not there yet, but I sincerely wish it grows new legs, because it could be the shift that the industry needs to see digital replica done right, to be fair, and also to see AI technology also work for the talent. not just work for the producer and the AI developer that are, experimenting, making budget efficiency decisions by using AI technology. It would be great to see the means of production, the decisions of productions brought closer to the talent in order to keep them in a driving seat, especially for something as sensitive as their likeness, their craft, and the unique way in which they move, speak, or go about the world. All right, with that, I'm going to leave it there. I'm Dr. Mathilde Pavie. I am counsel, legal advisor, and founder of Replique. I'm on a mission to make sure that digital replica deals are done right, and I'm working with one talent agent, one talent manager, one creative professional at a time, and it starts here with videos like this.